This is Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. Rivers State Police Command has confirmed the killing of the Okada rider simply identified as innocent at Civil Defense Road in Ahoda Town, Ahoda East Local Government on Sunday night. SP Grace Irenge Koko, spokesperson for the Rivers State Police Command, who disclosed this while confirming the incident, said the motorcycle rider tried to resist the gunman from robbing him when he was shot. The police image maker also said investigation is ongoing and efforts are on to apprehend the perpetrator and make them face justice. In Delta State, Niger Delta Development Commission has revealed that fraudulent individuals have hacked the social media accounts of its board chairman, Chiedu Ebe. Additionally, the commission disclosed that a group of imposters cloned the chairman's Facebook account and hacked his Instagram account using the compromised platforms to defraud unsuspecting members of the public. NDDC Director of Corporate Affairs, Seledi Thompson Wakama, disclosed this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt. According to the statement, the imposters are also using the name and the logo of the Inventionist Agency to circulate dubious proposals and scam unsuspecting individuals, describing these activities as criminal acts. The statement further advised the public to remain vigilant and avoid falling prey to the fraudulent schemes of the imposters. Analysts have stated that the Supreme Court's ruling on internal party affairs allows that the party leadership at the national level should handle matters that pertains to disagreement amongst party members. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Open Conversation, political analyst George Chinda said that this is the leadership of All Progressive Congress at the national level has appointed Tony Okocha as the caretaker chairman of the party in Rivers State. Emeka Bekay should accept the decision of the leaders. Mr. Chinda, however, advised Emeka Bekay to shield his sword and work with Tony Okocha for the interest of the party. Recall that the internal crisis rocking the Rivers State chapter of All Progressive Congress escalated on Saturday following the conduct of the party's World Congress by Caretaker Committee Chairman, Chief Tony Okocha. Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency Delta State Command has confirmed the release of its kidnapped officers on hot. Recall that NDLEA officers were abducted on Thursday night, some distance away from the head office of the agency, located off Isa Ogwashi Ukwu Road on Nyocha South Local Government area of Delta State. The officers were kidnapped by the hoodlums who laid ambush for them at the close of work at around 8 p.m. on the fateful day. However, the spokesperson for the state command, Mr. John Kennedy, who confirmed the release on Monday in Asaba, disclosed that the officers were released on Sunday night after much pressure from the agency and other sister agencies. In Edo State, the governor, Senator Monday Okpeholo, has approved the immediate suspension of all consultancy services and related providers in the state's public service. In a communication, noted issues by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Musa Ikiholo, all financial transactions and related services with affected consultants and service providers are to be put on hold immediately, pending when the review committee established by the governor submits its report. The statement directed all accounting officers, heads of ministries, departments, and agencies are expected to take note and comply strictly with its directive. It added that while the suspension of all non-commissioned officials in the collection of revenue remains in place, henceforth only statutory and licensed revenue collectors are mandated to operate and collect revenue on behalf of government, especially in motor parks and other spheres of commercial activities. In Edo State, In the meantime, the government has banned all unlicensed agents from revenue collection in the state. The government also announced the immediate suspension of all consultancy services and related service providers in the state's public service. Secretary to the state government Umar Musa Ikiholo discussed this at press briefing in Benin City. Ikiholo said the state government would not hesitate to arrest and prosecute unlicensed agents found collecting revenue, especially at the motor parks and in other commercial activities. He warned miscreants, their sponsors and agents not to taste the political will of the Monday Oboholo-led government in his avowed determination to secure the lives and property of the people of the state. Still in Edo State, the House of Assembly has passed a revised supplementary budget of 485 billion naira Oboholo-led state government. The House at the plenary also screened and confirmed Dr. Cyril Osimolo as a State Commissioner for Health. While passing the revised appropriation bill, the Speaker of the House, Blessing Agbebaku, said the budget would enable the newly sworn-in governor to continue developmental projects in the state. In the bill, the sum of 283.87 billion naira is allocated to capital expenditure, while the sum of 202.54 billion naira goes for recurrent expenditures. Recall that the State House of Assembly had on May 22, 2024, approved the sum of 409.2 billion naira supplementary budget for the administration of the immediate past governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki. The supplementary budget was approved barely 5 months after the House hiked the 2024 budget of 321 naira represented to it by the governor to 342.8 billion naira, increasing the sum by 17.5 billion naira. Also recall that the House had in August 2024 approved and passed a 450 billion naira revised supplementary budget presented by Obaseki barely 1 month before September 21, 2024. The revised supplementary budget of 486 billion naira approved by the Oboholo-led government is 36 billion naira higher than the 450 has to decimate every sector of terror erected or being erected in any Abia territory by criminals, even as it's cautioned Abians against harboring any person or persons they do not know to avoid falling victims. It further urged Abia people and security agencies in getting rid of all criminal elements, even as it told traditional rulers to report every suspicious activity to law enforcement agents. Still in Abia State, gunmen have killed a policeman and injured another following an attack on their convoy at Ubakala in Umuahia, South Kantil area of Abia State, at a checkpoint in Umopara, Umuahia, near the Abia-Imo border. The policemen, said to be attached to one of the federal lawmakers in the state, were traveling at about 9 p.m. Sunday when the gunmen attacked their convoy at Ubakala. However, the lawmaker was not in convoy at the time of the attack. Police sources told newsmen that the gunmen The gunmen opened fire on the policemen after they identified themselves as police officers. In the ensuing gunfire, a policeman was killed while the other was injured and being feared dead. At the time of filing these reports, Police Public Relations Officer, Abia State Command, Maureen Chinaka, an Assistant Superintendent of Police, communities in Anambra Central Senatorial Zone are in tension over the activities of the first attack was said to have happened in Abatete town, targeting vigilante personnel attached to the town's President General. Security men were shot and killed in the hail of bullets. The PG was also said to have been critically injured and rushed to a nearby hospital. In separate incidents, the gunmen attacked Abagana and Ubo communities. About in Dunukofia local government area of the state, one vigilante group member and a motorcycle rider were said to have been killed. When reached out to police authorities in the Moving on, Secretary to Governor UT Lagos to always work towards the unity and progress of the ethnic group. SGF gave the charge last Saturday Cultural Fiesta 2024 held at the National Stadium Surulere, Lagos. The Cultural Fiesta themed Thief Heritage, promoting unity, preserving culture and traditions, began on Friday, 15th November. Saturday, was Stephen Tefa Uza called on all Tiv people to put aside their differences and work towards common purpose for the growth of the Tiv community. Mba Bamidele Akimboye have rejected the results of the election. He said the election was a slap on democracy. The state chairman of the SDP, Barrister Benga Akimbuli, who spoke at the press briefing in Akure, called for an immediate cancellation of the election. Barrister Akimbuli said voters were intimidated under West local government. He said voters were offered between 7,000 naira and 10,000 naira at the polling units where he voted. Akimbuli said agents of the SDP were chased away from many polling units across the state. He said it was scored 2 votes in Okitipupa, where he hails from. Akimboye said he would ask the court to declare him the winner of the election. He said he was shocked at what happened during the conduct of the election. To 1 vote. The electoral umpire said the LP candidate Olufemi secured 1,162 votes on November 14. INEC said it had restored Olufemi as LP candidate following a Court of Appeal ruling. Earlier judgment by the Federal High Court ordering the electoral umpire to recognize Obi's preferred candidate, Olusola Ebiseni. Reacting to his loss in the November 16 election, the LP candidate accused Obi and LLC of scuttling his governorship ambition. Olufemi admitted that he knew his chances of winning the election were slim after his reinstatement by the appellate court, noting that he is determined to get his pound of flesh. Moving on, International Police Chaplain Sustainable Development and Law Enforcement Inclination, a foreign observer group, has affirmed that the results of the recent governorship election declared by the INEC accurately reflected the records from the ballot boxes of the polling units. The group's spokesperson and director of administration and organization for the African Regional Command, Mr. Oscar David, in Akure, describing the election as peaceful, transparent, credible and successful with minimal incidents or complaints from party agents. David called on candidates and political actors to seek legal redress for any disputes, stressing he emphasized the need to continued efforts to preserve national peace and stability, urging all the parties to support democracy and the rule of law, and Nigerians challenging socio-political context. David lauded INEC for its efforts, noting improvements in staff training and handling of election equipment, as well as the performance of the biometric system, which functioned well except for isolated issues. The group also praised the professionalism of security agencies during the election. Unlike previous elections, the military presence was limited to border areas and flash. Police and civil defense corps provided effective security at polling units and streets. Also, in another story in Ogun State, the Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has pledged to end all forms of tyranny and hooliganism in the state. He assured that anyone found culpable in the recent disturbances at the Peru Rimo during the just concluded local government elections would face the full weight of the law, irrespective of their statutes. Governor Abiodun made this declaration at the Presidential Lodge in the Abeokuta on Sunday night while hosting the newly elected local government chairman and their deputies. He emphasized and thuggery must come to an end in Ogun State, reaffirming as chief security officer to safeguard peace and order. The governor condemned the actions of individuals and chairmen to prioritize fairness and inexclusivity in their governance. He reminded them that they were elected to serve all citizens regardless of political affiliations. In another story, police on Monday, Inspector Folake Ewe told the court that the defendants allegedly committed the offences on October 30th at Odona Apata area of